Metalcore! Welcome to DML Discovering Metal Legion. It is time to give you my top 10 favorite metalcore albums of 2022. This is the first list, guys. The first list for the end of the year list. And I decided to pick metalcore. Since we are posting every single day until December 31st, since I am going to give you all this content, and now it is time to give you my favorite metalcore albums of 2022. Granted, we had a pretty good year of metalcore. There are some albums that I really enjoyed, but I just couldn't fit on the list. Every list this year is only going to be 10. There's going to be 10 placements. These albums have to blow me away. Believe it or not, even I Prevail's not even on this list, guys. I Prevail's not even on this list. I thought that album was slightly disappointing, which was True Power. Slightly disappointing. I'm pretty happy with this list. So, without further ado, let's get on with this brand new discovery. Before I start, pop your favorite metalcore albums down below. Let's get on with it. So, coming in at number 10 is none other than Bleed From Within and the album Shrine. The reduction on this is absolutely fantastic. The breakdowns hit hard as well, and I do love how they incorporate symphonic elements throughout this album. So really searing riffs on this. Love the vocal work, very harsh and aggressive, and again the breakdowns hit hard. There are symphonic elements that are incorporated throughout this album, and not to mention some really nice clean vocals. There's usually not clean vocals in Bleed From Within, but in Shrine it is slightly different. The songs hit hard, the guitars are fantastic, the solos are mouth-watering at times, and yeah, it is a very solid and cohesive album by Bleed From Within. Really did enjoy Shrine, and it's sitting at number 10. Next up is Electric Callboy and the album Tekkno. Really love Electric Callboy, and I'm so glad Electric Callboy is on this list. I love this band, to be honest. This German band, and we'll be talking about another German band on this list as well. But this German band really kick goals, and they are a parody. They're like a parody metalcore band, but they also can be quite serious. Great breakdowns, great riffs as well, and not to mention, we got the moves, so damn good. Yeah, I'm so glad Electric Callboy is on this list. Really nice clean vocals throughout some of these songs, and then some really nice harsh and aggressive vocals. Good contrast between both. Yeah, good guitar work, love the drums as well, and there are some pretty catchy songs. Fun metalcore. Coming in at number 8 is Motionless and the album In Stasis. This is a fantastic album, fantastic progressive metalcore album as well. They do play around with a lot of influences, and you can tell really enjoyable djenty passages, and the vocal work is absolutely fantastic. They do incorporate cleaner vocals, but yeah, it has a very cosmic, it has a very cyberpunky feel. Not to mention the album cover looks very cyberpunky as well. It's like a futuristic sounding metalcore album, and even Mick Gordon is featured on this LP as well, which Mick Gordon's also featured on another album on this list. But what can I say? Monument's In Stasis is a very good LP. Next up is Holofront, The Price of Dreaming. If you like bands like Polaris, you're gonna friggin' well enjoy this. The Holofront is absolutely fantastic band, and I just really enjoy the music technicality on this, and the vocal work is very good, harsh and aggressive. The production is quite crisp, and you can hear every single instrumental, and there are unpredictable breakdowns as well. Just a gigantic sound this album holds, and yeah, The Price of Dreaming is easily one of the best metalcore albums of the year. Just some really great songs, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. So yeah, Holofront, The Price of Dreaming is fantastic. Next up is is a band that no one really has talked about. I feel like I'm the only YouTuber that has talked about Wolves at the Gate and the album Eulogies. What can I say? This is a fun Christian metalcore band. They, at times they do sound a little bit poppy, but it works overall, and at times they do sound quite aggressive. Some shimmering guitar work on this along with just thunderous percussion, but the lyrics are really hit strong, and not to mention the breakdowns as well. There's some enjoyable passages along the way, and not to mention some great catchy melodic songs. Just one of the better metalcore albums of the year, and no one's really talking about it. I just love the hard-hitting vocals you're getting in some of these songs. At times they can sound quite somber and soft, and all of a sudden they get pretty heavy. But yeah, Wolves at the Gate Eulogies is a banger. Next up is Parkway Drive and the album Darker Still.
Master of the darkness, siren of the storm whisper.
Been waiting years for Parkway Drive to release an album, and Darker Still is just a fantastic album overall. Definitely not Parkway Drive's best album, but it certainly does pack a punch. There's some really beautiful songs on this, even a ballad called Darker Still, but you get some great songs as well, like Soul Bleach, which sounds very similar to like Slipknot. But yeah, it's a very experimental album by Parkway Drive. Parkway Drive are definitely experimenting. There are hard-hitting breakdowns also as well, especially in the song Glitch. But overall, this is a very good album by Parkway Drive. Not one of their best, but a very good album. And again, it's another addition to their sound evolution within the discography. A pretty impactful album overall, pretty fun as well. And yeah, Winston's vocals are just brilliant. Nice mix between cleans and harsh vocals. So yeah. Next up is Bad Omens, Death of Peace of Mind.
I don't wanna know your secrets, 'cause I'll tell. It's hard enough being alone with myself.
I love Bad Omens and I love all their stuff, but they've released Death of Peace of Mind, which is a very contrast album by them. They certainly did incorporate some poppier elements throughout this LP, but certainly incorporate one of the heaviest songs called Artificial Suicide. There are some weird songs like Who Are You, but there are some great songs like Death of Peace of Mind. The self-titled track is an absolute banger. There are some melodic, gigantic, humongous choruses, and yeah, the vocals are absolutely fantastic. Nice contrast between the clean and harsh vocals. Nothing much I can say. This is an absolute banger of an album. Although, if you just like hard-hitting metalcore, maybe be a bit cautious, because there are a lot of poppier elements which I do enjoy. This production's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Bad Omens, Death of Peace of Mind is another great metalcore album. And coming up is Underoath and the album Voyeurist. This is just an industrial piece of work. There are elements of industrial metal. It's quite progressive as well. It has some great moments, harsh aggressive vocals. Production has this static feel, but it really hits hard. The breakdown hits hard, and this album is quite unpredictable, you could say. Just an interesting album overall. I just love the guitar work on this, and at times this album can be quite satisfying, but this album is all over the place. Quite an interesting album overall. Reminds me of like bands such as a bit like Normal Gene. The vocals have this sort of hardcore-ish edge to it, but it works overall. So Underoath, Voyeurist is an absolute banger. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to, coming at number 2 is none other than Motionless in White and the album Scoring the End of the World. Well, a lot of people think they are cringe. I don't understand how they cringe. Yes, maybe the concept, the band itself may look a bit cringe, but the music itself is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Songs like Meltdown, songs like Masterpiece, that beautiful ballad, Breaking Benjamin-esque ballad. It's quite melodic, it's quite catchy, and I just love it how every single song just hits hard. Songs like Werewolves as well, and even Scoring the End of the World, the actual title track, the end of the album is absolutely amazing. It really is. Spicy Meatball, Motionless in White, Scoring the End of the World, and I think it's a fucking brilliant album by Motionless in White. In my opinion, it's probably their best, probably since Infamous. I just feel that Motionless in White just really kicked goals on this album. A lot of people say it's cringe, just like this guy, but yeah, overall, just a solid LP. And finally, my number one album, metalcore album of 2022 is none other than Caliban and the album Dystopia. Yes, we're talking about another German metalcore band, and yeah, Caliban are legends in a metalcore game. They're pretty underrated. A lot of people don't talk about Caliban, but yeah, Dystopia is an absolute banger. These guys are like, 22 years in the making now. They've released so many albums. I should do an album discography ranking for them. Dystopia is amazing. The choruses are so damn good, so melodic, so clean. Choruses are so damn good, so melodic, so clean. This album can hit so damn hard. Songs like Virus, I think Mick Gordon's featured in Virus. No, I think the Heaven Shall Burn singer is featured on Virus. But yeah, absolutely amazing songs on this. Great guitar work, fantastic drumming, and the vocals are so damn harsh and aggressive, and the mix between the contrast between the harsh and clean vocals. And yeah, this is my number one metalcore album of 2022. So congratulations, Caliban. You've just won the best metalcore album of 2022. So let me know in the comments below your favorite metalcore albums of the year. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep discussion going in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next one.